They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Sends it back in motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabs it in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Right on the money. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
At the 41-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll send the back in motion. He wants to throw it again. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. This time they'll go to the running game. At the 40, there he goes! And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And they're able to get him down.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Brings up 2nd down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Going to sling it on second down. Gets it out fast. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Wide receiver comes in motion. They think there's room to run to the right here. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Looking for the score. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He's got it. And he's in for the touchdown.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Brown will throw it. Working that left side now.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something good.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Now this offense is back on the field. Motion from the back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Here's the give off the left side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Brown wants to pass. He's got his man.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's going to take off. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the counter. Quick step and go. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. gives it to the back on the draw. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Finds his tight end. And they swarm him under. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stat.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up fourth down.
Motion from the wide receiver. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Brown will throw it, using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback extends the play. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
Now on 2nd down. Brown wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll line up to go for 2. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.